During the 2023 Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA trade show, we were able to catch up with a lot of producers from across the nation. And during that event, we caught up with Montana's Turk Stovall. He is second vice president of the Montana Stockbrokers Association, and there with Stovall Ranches just south of Billings, Montana. And Turk, we've talked in the past about your operation, your family's legacy in the business, and you're always looking for new opportunities for profitability, calving ease, and as many of our viewers see right now, we're actually at the Mishima Reserve American Wagyu booth during the Cattle Industry Convention. And how I guess, did a rancher like yourself start raising Wagyu cattle and not really change your daily operation in terms of running cattle out in the countryside that are commercial and Angus, but looking towards profitability opportunities?
Well, just like all of us, we're always trying to look for different ways for us not only to create a product that people want and you receive a premium, but we also have to look at and see how can we reduce costs just to keep us alive here. And so the one thing that we started looking at is, gosh, we were spending a lot of money on our first calf heifer class of cattle, and how can we really look at how we can reduce some costs there, but also really create a premium product. And so we started looking into the Wagyu breed, and then we started looking at the different Wagyu programs. And you know, we got in touch with Jenny there at Mishima Reserve, and we could see there's a lot of alignment here, just on really committed to quality. They are very customer service driven, and it's been a great program for us to get involved in.
And you know, you talk about that calving ease. A lot of producers may be very, I don't know, maybe concerned about, oh, if we talk about Wagyu, I don't want to change my herd genetics to totally Wagyu. Well, utilizing those first calf heifers, you're really not changing that foundation of your herd, and you're really setting those heifers up for success with calving ease and also more profitability as well.
Absolutely. So you know, the way we look at it is it's a total program, and it's if you put a gross margin analysis on it, you know, we are now how we handle our heifers compared to what we did, you know, 5+ years ago. We were running a lot of our heifers through a big calving barn, and we had extra help. We were going through a lot of feed, and just when you put your hands on those animals, a lot more than needed, sometimes you kind of create some new problems. And so now we've, with us breeding to Wagyu, now we actually, we treat those heifers just like our mature cows, and we turn them out. So now we're calving over 1,000 bred heifers. We'll trail those heifers out into a big calving pasture. We'll ride through them and address what problems we can, but then we'll go and brand them. And we're still coming back with a really good calf crop. And it's a calf crop that's in high demand. And so some guys will say, well, hey, aren't you raising a smaller calf? And we are raising a smaller calf, but that calf's worth a lot of money right now, and it really has made it worth it.
Now, of course, partnering with Mishima Reserve, they're that market as well for buying those crossbred Angus and Wagyu calves, but they're also helping you with the bulls, whether that is bulls or semen or leasing bulls as well. Just talk about those different options and then what option you go with. Obviously, you're on the pasture, so
sure,
one of them, but are you leasing bulls or are you buying bulls?
Well, you know, we actually, I mean, just to mention, I mean, we've had a very extensive AI program for 20+ years, and we were strictly 100% Angus. And when we started breeding Wagyus, we actually were AIing to a Wagyu bull and cleaning up with a Wagyu bull. Now, just in recent years, as we all talked about, Montana's gone through a tremendous drought. Feed was extremely high, and so we've moved away from the AI program to get those heifers off feed and out to whatever grass we did have at the time. But what's been great, Lane, is there's options there. And so we've definitely worked with Jenny and her crew on sourcing Wagyu bulls, but we've also utilized their leasing program. So as we've been trying to grow numbers, we've actually utilized some of the leasing options, and that's been really a nice option too.
Now, Turk, coming up on February 22nd, 2023, Mishima Reserve is going to be having a producers forum in Columbus, Montana at the Midland Bull Test. Again, February 22nd starts at 9 a.m. And truly, it's an informative opportunity just to learn more about Wagyu production, crossbred production, and how producers can take advantage of that opportunity to diversify a little bit and look at getting paid a little more than just over market price for these crossbred calves. Why would you encourage somebody that maybe just wants to learn more about, or maybe tip of their toe in the water when it comes to looking at this crossbred opportunity? What would you tell them?
You know what, I think there's going to be some other producers there too. It's sometimes just nice us as ranchers where we can just sit down and talk with each other and really get down into seeing, does this really work for your program or not? And gosh, we've tried a lot of different programs, and this program really seems to be working very well for us. And I think that would be just a good opportunity for us to share more in depth of some of the things that we've been doing, and be able to address some questions or maybe concerns other operations are struggling through. And not that we know everything, but it's amazing what you can learn when you just talk with your neighbor.
Well, that's very true, and we got to cook up a few of these Mishima Reserve American Wagyu ribeyes, that crossbred Wagyu Angus ribeye with our friend Greg Putnam at my house a few weeks ago. We'll for that full link, just visit us online at westernagnetwork.com. But just to eat that as well, to learn more about the process, but also to eat that product, because it is a luxury product that consumers are looking for.
Yeah, well, and it's actually fun because obviously we're intimately involved with the Mishima program, and we have their product, in our freezers, and so we really use that product as a feature item when we have special guests over, or even some of the promotions we do with the ranches or with the feed yard that we have with customers, and saying, hey, this is what we're producing, and we're really proud to be involved.
Well, Turk, thanks for sharing a little more of your experience, your knowledge, and advice for producers that are looking to put profitability back into the equation in the livestock industry. I know we're looking for some stronger times in the months ahead. I think this week was evident during the cattle industry convention that prices are going to get much better, but when you have the opportunity to make more profit as well, and as in Turk's case, help that first calf heifer get off to a good start as well, it's an opportunity for everyone to thrive. Again, February 22nd, 2023, Mishima Reserve will be holding that producers forum. 9 a.m. is the start time at Midland Bull Test, Columbus, Montana.